Good evening and welcome to the Variable Y Minute. It's your host, the Variable Y. Thank you so much for joining me on this day that we celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King. I hope you all did something that was at least reflected on the man and everything that he's done. Like I was telling some friends of mine today, we have come a long way in this country. I don't want to underscore that we still have a long way to go, but if it wasn't for the efforts of Dr. King and the others who put in all of that work and put in all those sacrifices, then people like myself would not be here to sit here and talk to you guys on the internet every night. I definitely reflect on that and thanks so much. All the people who made those sacrifices. Again, like I said, we are standing on the shoulders of great men and women, and we have to do something to at least honor and respect the legacy that they left behind for us. So if you haven't done that today, please just reflect on it. Do what you do. I'm not going to sit here and tell you to go out and volunteer and go and do all this stuff. Hey, do what you do. Hopefully you'll just start charity at home and just be nice to somebody. Just treat somebody the way you want to be treated. Just be a decent human being. If you're not already, I'm sure most of you are. Heck, most of us are. But there are some people who are not at times. And so I just ask that at least on today, you are a decent human being. So enough about that, enough about the serious stuff. So let's get on to the get on and let's get to my picks for the Super Bowl. Now, so it turns out I was 1-for-1 this weekend. Once again, I picked against the 49ers. And once again, I'm sitting here looking like an idiot because they won. They beat Green Bay handily. And they're on their way to the Super Bowl. Now, I guess I owe Richard Sherman, I owe him an apology because, I told you I would keep that same energy. And so now I have to keep the same energy and say, I was wrong. You were right. Your defense is outstanding. And it shows, and you guys are able to put the clamps on Kirk Cousins last week. But even though Aaron Rodgers has had an off season, I think we can all admit that, he's still Aaron Rodgers. So to put the clamps on him in the NFC Championship game, knowing that he was just a game away from a Super Bowl, another Super Bowl win would have just cemented his legacy. Not that he's not a Hall of Famer, not that he's not a first ballot, but we all know Aaron Rodgers has an ego, so we all know that he wants to at least get one more Super Bowl, have one more than Brett Favre, at least get a Super Bowl without Mike McCarthy, at least show everybody that he is the man, and no one can dispute that, even though most of us already believe he's the man, and none of us would ever even try to dispute that. But I digress. So that being said, again, I tip my cap. You were right. The 49ers had enough this season to make the Super Bowl. They run the ball like it's the 1950s. You don't really see this much running of the ball. I stopped watching the game because it was out of hand early. But last I checked, I think they only threw the ball maybe 8 times. Maybe. And why throw it when you can run it? Why throw it when you can run for 8-9 yards a pop? They were gashing them, and so if it ain't broke, don't fix it, So that should be interesting to see in a Super Bowl. You would think that teams would try to game plan against it, but I thought that the Packers would try to game plan against it, and we see how that worked. So that's it on the NFC side. On the AFC side, we've got the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes going to his first Super Bowl. And I'm sure everybody has seen it by now, but that run in the third quarter, I believe, I don't know. It was either late second or early third quarter where he ran down the sideline just to get away. I think it was second, just to get away from the defender who was going to bring him down for a sack. Then he's running but he's not going to tiptoe. He's tiptoeing. He's not going to go out of bounds. And then it's like he had all this lane to run, and then he made it to the end zone. He did that. I mean, he threw bombs. Like, this guy really is, if you didn't know already, and I'm not saying this because I was just convinced yesterday, but I'm just saying this just to say it. This guy's the real deal. Like, this is the next quarterback. This is the guy who we're going to watch, barring injuries. We're going to watch him for the next 10 years, and we're going to marvel at just what he is able to do with all of that arm talent that he has. And this is going to be exciting to watch him mature into the guy that we all think he can be. So this is going to be amazing to see him play, like I said, for the next 10 years. So games in 2 weeks, 2 weeks from yesterday. I'll make my prediction a week from this Friday. So don't ask me who I'm picking. I don't know right now. I will make my prediction soon, though. And so that's going to be all for tonight. Keeping it light. We're going to just go with that. And then we'll be back tomorrow. Like I always say, better than ever. And I thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. Please follow me on all social media. Please follow me on YouTube at the Variable Y Minute. Like and subscribe and share the show with your friends, with your family, with your loved ones, with the people you hate. I don't care. Just share it with somebody. So you can do that. You can follow me on Instagram at Variable Y, or you could follow me on Twitter, not even or, and you can follow me on Twitter. Follow me on all three at The Variable. So this is Variable Y signing off. Wishing you guys a very happy and safe Dr. King day, Dr. King evening. So just kick back and enjoy yourselves, and we will be back and better than ever tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Have a great night, guys.